Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to another beautiful episode of Happiness from Within. My name is Jeanette Prado. I am the host and creator. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today, we're going to be talking about the role of intuition in healing, learning to trust yourself again. If you guys don't mind, I would just like to share a few things, personally that, disconnected me from my intuition back in 2008. I found out that I had a very rare condition in my knee. And fast forward in 2011, 14, and then 2018, I had 3 different surgeries and then one procedure also in 2015. The doctors basically told me that I would never walk again. And, I was really struggling a lot to bend my knee and, find balance in my body. And it wasn't really until after I had my 3rd surgery when I came to realize that I wasn't going to ever have to have surgery again. Something really told me that my leg was definitely on the right path of healing. And it was in 2020 when I found the medical medium protocols. Medical medium is an incredible human being that is sharing his wisdom and helping millions of people all over the world to heal from chronic illness. In 2020, I came to finally realize after 20 years what the root causes of my symptoms were, and I started using this wisdom. Basically, you're taking food, to start reversing these symptoms that I had. And 3 years into the protocols, I went to see my doctor, and he told me, he's like, I don't think you have that condition anymore. He says, you're walking fine. Um, but I avoided having to get a 4th knee surgery. And I knew in that moment, my intuition that I had back in 2020 of healing my body was right on path, and everything served its purpose of what needed to happen. And I just share that with you from my heart and the deepest part of my soul, because maybe you're going through something, maybe you're going through a health challenge, maybe you're going through a divorce. Maybe you're a woman that's pregnant and you're not having the support that you need from a significant other. I just want you to know that the role of intuition in healing and learning to trust yourself again is definitely possible. Everybody is on their own beautiful healing journey. Let's talk a little bit about what is intuition. It's this gut feeling, it's this inner knowing, body wisdom, right? Um, there's definitely a difference between intuition and having fear or anxiety. Intuition is this, again, it's this gut feeling, it's this knowing, right? If you were to paint a picture of it, you can think of like a butterfly, right? A butterfly coming out of its cocoon. You're going through this dark path and you're not really sure which way to go. Do I go left? Do I go straight? Do I go right? Do I go diagonal? Or do I go backwards, right? And the thing is like, if you are feeling like you are in the pit of like, in your darkest moment, I want you to know that the good thing about being in a pit is the only way out is to go up, right? And so I just want you to acknowledge you too, that if you are feeling fear or anxiety, that honor that, right? We're going to talk about some tools, steps that you can start taking, to tap into your intuition, one of the vital parts of connecting with your intuition emotionally, mentally, and even physically is really just this, okay? Is not trying to be in control of everything, okay? If you are trying to be in control of everything and you're not saying, okay, I'm just going to let this go, give it to the universe, then there's actually fear behind that. Yeah, there's fear behind that. So what you can do is the next time you feel like, you're trying to, be in control of everything, just ask yourself, what is the fear that is coming up right now? What is the fear that's coming up right now? And I challenge you to sit with yourself, take out a journal, and I promise you, like, whatever starts to come out is going to be the answers that you need to hear. Maybe it's an inner voice that you hear. Maybe, it's an image that you see in your mind. A powerful way that you can also do this is first thing in the morning. The first thing that you do as soon as you wake up in the morning is to start to journal and just get out whatever needs to come out. This is definitely a beautiful practice that can help you to connect with your higher self, because that's really what intuition is, you guys. It's your higher self. It's your being, your light. It's who you are as a beautiful person. Okay. What happens in today's world is, we lose touch of our intuition. This can come from conditioning from childhood, which can cause us to people please, over rationalize. It can come from trauma, the need to numb our feelings. It can come from a culture bias towards logic, doing or over being. Okay. So whatever it is, I just want you to just honor your beautiful self. And I was sharing already, one of the ways that you can start connecting with your intuition is to simply ask yourself that question, like, where is this fear coming from, right? Another very powerful question you can ask yourself is, what am I ready to release? What am I ready to release? Like, for example, the next time that you are in traffic and somebody cuts you off, you have two choices. You can either send love, or, you end up getting upset and flipping them off and honking at them or whatever, right? I do understand that sometimes certain things happen that can be out of our control. And it's like we really do get angry, but again, it's just like looking at our patterns, like how is it that we react to certain things, right? Let me give you an example. Like, one of my tendencies, you know, up until now that I've had, ever since being a child, I just would get really angry. To this day, I still get really angry about things. But the thing is through doing these practices and through my Buddhist practice and, really working on healing myself, especially these last, oh my God, I probably have to say 20 years. And then the last 10 years, even more, going through all these things with my health, it's taught me a lot of patience, right? Really being in tune with what is going on, right? Instead of, like, if I notice myself getting angry, I stop for a second and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna lash out. I'm not gonna complain about that. I'm gonna see what is the positive in this, right? Of course, it's not always gonna be 100% perfect. Like, none of us are perfect. But I'm telling you, like, before I wasn't even aware that I was doing these things, right? I lived my life as such a victim for so many years, right? It wasn't until I started really, investing in my healing, right? Getting coaches and working with a trauma coach, and she really helped me to break through a lot of things. If that's something you feel you need to do, you know, whatever your situation is, connect with somebody that's a specialist, right? If you're dealing with trauma, connect with a trauma specialist, right? If you are somebody that's struggling with chronic illness, I am a holistic health coach. I've been helping women for quite some time. If that's something that resonates with you, you can go to my website, janetprado.com. Okay. So let's get back to the next part of the podcast, which is ways to reconnect with you and ways to reconnect with your intuition. So one of the ways to reconnect with your intuition is slowing down. I cannot begin to tell you the power of stillness and silence is one of the most beautiful things you can do for yourself. I challenge you to turn off your cell phone when you go to bed at night. You're going to notice that you're going to sleep so much better. Or if you feel that you need to put it on airplane mode, then put it on airplane mode. But I'm telling you, even just shutting off your phone for a few hours during the day and not feeling like you have to have it in your hand or at your hip, it really will do wonders for you. Take a half a day, and put your phone in the cupboard. Like literally don't answer it. Like whatever you're focusing on, like if you're with your family, be in that stillness. Be in the presence with your family. Yeah. I would love to hear how this works for you. It's taking little steps every day, right? With consistent results, you will see miraculous results. Another beautiful thing you can do to reconnect with your intuition is finding some sort of breath work meditation or somatic practices that you can do. There's so many things on the internet nowadays, you guys. You can literally find like free breath work. You can find a free meditation. Actually, down below, I have a really amazing meditation to help you connect with your soul. It's completely free, but please check that out. It's a free meditation to help you connect with your highest self, and we'll love to hear how that helps you. Okay, the next one we talked about journaling. Journaling really helps you to connect with your intuitive self. We talked about that. And then the next thing that I want to share with you is daily check-ins with your inner voice. How is it that you're talking to yourself on a daily basis? I cannot begin to tell you guys how important self-talk is, right? What are you saying to yourself on a daily basis, right? So I challenge you, like the next time you put yourself down, I challenge you to say cancel, cancel, cancel. Like for example, if you say, oh my goodness, like let's say you felt like you're like saying, oh my God, I'm so stupid. And you say, no, cancel, cancel, cancel. I am a beautiful, intelligent young woman. I'm just a human being on planet Earth having an experience. But as you start to develop this habit of really beautifully connecting with yourself, seeing loving things with yourself, you start to bring in that positivity. And I'm telling you guys, it opens up your intuition like so, so much. Oh my goodness, the other beautiful thing that I want to share with you about connecting with your intuition is creativity. What is it that you liked to do as a child? Did you used to like to color? Did you like to go outside and play, connect with nature? I'm telling you, this is so vitally important for you to connect with your inner self. Whether it's singing, dancing, jumper roping, coloring, it's not childish, you guys. We all have an inner child within us. When I'm not doing creative things, I cannot begin to tell you how blocked I feel. It's one of the reasons I love to do this podcast because kid you not, every time after I do a podcast episode, I feel like this little kid that's just bouncing around. I'm excited because I love to come on here to, touch your heart and soul at a very deep level, through these episodes and these interviews here at Happiness from Within. And I just feel like my creativity juices start to flow again. Start to move your body, however that looks, whether that's through dancing, twerking, even just a simple walk outside, right? I just encourage you to find something that you really love to do. That word love is really, really important. What is it that you love to do? Maybe you like to play golf. Maybe you like to go to the gym. Maybe you like to do Pilates. Maybe it's just simply taking a walk. But whatever that is, please make sure that you're doing something fun on a daily basis for yourself. One of the things I want to talk about is some common intuitive blocks. And some of these common intuitive blocks is, the, you feel like you did something wrong. You're overthinking of needing, excuse me, fear of being wrong, um, overthinking that you did something wrong. You feel distrust due to past trauma or gaslighting. Okay. Um, I want you to know that whatever it is, that you can put yourself back into alignment with your intuition. When you start to put yourself back into alignment, you start to have this feeling of peace and clarity. Even when a decision is hard, your energy flows more easily, you have less anxiety, and you feel more grounded. I really want to invite you to check out the beautiful Heal Your Soul meditation below. It's completely free. I would love to know how this meditation helps you to connect with your higher self. And if you are a woman looking to feel more empowered, I do offer not only one-on-one coaching sessions to help you to take your health to the next level, but I also offer just simply empowerment sessions. Maybe you're feeling stuck and you're not sure which direction to go in your life. I would love to, offer you to open that door, and would love to offer you an empowerment session. I do offer a 15-minute discovery call, just to see if I can possibly help you. So if that's something you're interested in, you can book a session at janetprado.com. That's JANETPRADO.com. So beautiful souls, that's what I have for you guys today. I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for tuning in to this beautiful episode. I truly hope that today's episode was able to give you some intuition, for you to know that, you are the creator of your life. You are the one playing the role in your intuition. You really can learn to trust yourself again. You're a beautiful soul that deserves all the happiness in the world. And I just want to wish you guys a wonderful, fabulous day. And I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Have a beautiful day. Bye for now.